For,
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We have such sights to show you.
Who's laughing now?
Are you crazy? I'll kill you all. I'm the nightmare you've ever had. I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
They're here.
Hello. It's been a minute.
Yeah, feels like it, huh?
Seriously, thank you for holding down last week, and thank you for those tuning in. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Sorry if there's a glare in my glasses. I know you know the struggle. I just started wearing glasses again for like the first time in 2 years, and I didn't get like the anti-glare thing because I'm like, well, I'm just gonna wear them at night when I don't wear my contacts during the day. But yeah, obviously it's kind of distracting.
I know how that feels. Yeah, I sometimes I'll even like right now. If you look at my glasses, it's pretty bad. So I'll turn down the brightness on my laptop, so it's a little less. But then I can't see you as well. So it's like it's a trade off.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't feel like doing like this much of my makeup, so I'm wearing my glasses.
That's actually why I wear glasses, so I don't have to do my makeup. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
So everyone should know that. It's just a fact. I can't hide it anymore. I'm tired. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. Yes, the last couple weeks have been a little rough, so I was not on the show, but I am happy to be back. I'm actually really happy to be back for this topic, because it seems so mundane. Like the name should not inspire fear in anybody, but it ain't exactly the safest place in the world either.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Lauren, when you first think of Wisconsin, what comes to your mind? Is it the crime rate? Because it's not for me. I think like
well, after doing this show for so many years, yeah, it's the crime rate. But I usually think of cheese and like funny accents.
Exactly. Yes. In fact, right here, what is Milwaukee known for? A lumberjack show in Hayward. No one can celebrate wood quite like Wisconsinites. That's the number one thing they're known for, apparently. That is just from the website heyexplorer.com. So if you really want to know more about Wisconsin, there's 15 things they're well known for. Wood and dairy being the number 2. So I think cheese, I think we're right. We're basically geniuses about Wisconsin.
I didn't know about the lumber.
Actually, I didn't either. I had no idea. No place like the mean streets of Wisconsin. Those dirty streets. They have the Wisconsin Cartel, Wisconsin Crime Syndicate, which I don't think is actually a real thing, but it looks beautiful.
Yeah. You know, when I was doing a little bit of research for this too, I noticed something that kind of caught my eye, and it's a mob family in Milwaukee, a famous mob, like a popular mob family, or like well-known rather, I should say. Yeah, I didn't do a deep dive on them, but I think maybe we could do an episode on them because I think that'd be interesting.
That does sound, yeah, I think we could get like a, I don't know, maybe it would be a couple-parter of different crime families throughout the U.S., but Milwaukee does not. Yeah, Milwaukee would definitely still stay in there. the Cheesehead Mafia. That's actually very real. It's very scary. Be careful.
Oh, terrifying.
Actually, for those who don't know, if Green Bay Packers, the Cheeseheads. My teacher in high school was a Milwaukee Packers fan because he went to school over there when he first moved to the U.S. And he's like the most chill out, non-threatening looking Scotsman you've ever met. Really scrawny dude. And he went to a game at Raider Stadium when they were still in Oakland. And he wore his cheese hat and whatnot.
Oh,
and
no.
It was bad. They were throwing drinks at them, apparently.
Oh, my God. Dude, Raiders fans need to fucking chill. Your team sucks. Like, your team sucks. Like, let it go. Fuck.
You're gonna get us canceled for that one. They're gonna cancel us for sure.
I don't care.
They can't
I'm not
hold
a
back
fan
the
of
truth.
football. So, and they're like one of the worst fucking teams. So.
Well, that's actually very true. So that's not even that's not a lie. That's not a slanderous thing. They are pretty damn bad. Unfortunate for them. Brew crew gangs of Milwaukee. That's actually another thing they're known for is for beer. There's a lot of microbreweries throughout Milwaukee that are top notch. Big thumbs up to them for that. But hello right there for the other person, my mother. Nice to see you. You don't like? Oh no, she loves true crime, so you'll be good for this episode. Don't worry, because we're gonna get into some of the statistics. Oh my goodness, of the area. And when I look at a map here of Wisconsin, Milwaukee in particular, the crime rate is ranked from the safest to most dangerous, being a color from. Let me just show you guys what I'm looking at, so you can get a better understanding of how this map can be a little sketchy. There's the right one. So zoom in. Come on, Miguel. If you can see that.
Oh, there we go. I looked at this earlier.
Yeah, the darker the blue, the more dangerous the area is. And that center area where the bulk of the people live is incredibly dangerous, apparently.
That's so scary. Like, look at towards the bottom.
Yeah,
like under West, what is that? West Alice?
Yeah.
Anyway, that area right there. Holy shit.
Just unbelievable. All these.
See, I wonder why it's so bad. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen a reason for it. Just more and more, what's the word I'm looking for? Repercussions of it being this bad. For instance, like as you guys probably have all seen if you're watching this on Netflix, was it Netflix or Hulu who did the Dahmer one recently? I think it was Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did the most recent true crime series, not documentary style, obviously. But it was all based in Wisconsin. It was all based on the 15 murders, I think, 15 or 14.
15.
My number right here. 15, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 15 murders.
Could have been more. Not sure.
We actually don't know. Yeah, that's a big problem for a lot of these cases is that the number is the provable number along with the number that they know they can make sure he never leaves jail or prison, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes in order to serve justice, they kind of just stop the buck and they decide, you know what, we have this. This is a slam dunk. Let's take it before something goes wrong. And that's an unfortunate reality that something can mess up the judicial system. But it is the system we have right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Dahmer. That's what I most associate Milwaukee with, unfortunately, for them.
Yeah, that's definitely a big one. It's almost a tourist attraction, I think. I would assume there's places that make money off of there's Dahmer dollars coming in because people want to see the areas.
So crazy.
But it's so real though. Like if you go to the Nicole Brown Simpson's house or the site of the OJ murders. The amount of people to this day who will still stop to take pictures or to drive by or just kind of walk through it is
so weird to me.
It's insane. Yeah.
Why taking pictures? Somebody else probably lives there now. Like you're taking pictures of somebody's house. You fucking weirdos. Touch grass.
It does not surprise me though, because this has been happening since the very first cases of true crime that we can really think of. Like if you go to the U.S. before there was photos, people were selling like artist renditions of the crime scene, like right outside the area that the police were working. You go over the ocean, during Jack the Ripper, they were selling more newspapers than ever before, and it could have. This is conspiracy, but this is like one of those out there thoughts theories that it could have contributed to more people learning to read because they wanted to learn more about these sensationalized crimes. So the more Jack the Ripper killed, the more people are like, well, I could probably pick up a book then. That's a good idea.
Right.
So, just it's insane. Yeah. But back to Milwaukee and to Gacy, or not Gacy, to Dahmer. He wasn't born in Wisconsin, was he?
I don't think so. No.
I think he moved there, right? From like not too far away.
Yeah, which is even worse because he's not even from there, and they made his city just the topic of horrific conversation.
That's a good.
And that police department too. Oof.
That's a whole other topic. That's a non-ending topic either, because that's not the only ones who messed up as bad as they did numerous times. Would live to the left of the map. That's smart. Just go a little further inward, and there's more cheese and less guns. Boom. When I worked in Dallas, I used to drive through Dealey Plaza. Some people would take my picture. When I drove past the spot JFK was shot, and I can tell you that the last thing you want to see is that spot is a random flash. Oh my God, yeah. Jeez. So people are basically like, oh, well, there's a car, so I can reenact my what's in my mind. So let me take a picture. Poor Richard, they're trying to deliver some delicious pizza. Or whatever the job was at the time. No,
dude, you know what's so funny that you said that? Because when I first read that, I thought it said deadly pizza.
Deadly pizza, yeah, real quick.
Because I just scanned it really quick.
I think that's where my mind went to, the Dealey Plaza Deadly Pizza. Honestly, I think that's why I mentioned pizza.
I'm hungry too.
Oh my goodness. No pizza for you. Boom.
No, I've been doing really good.
It shows. Looking great. Looking amazing. But unfortunately, Dahmer would not care what you look like. You're not his type, so I'm sorry.
No.
You can work out as much as you want. He will not murder you, young lady. You'll be safe.
I wish someone would. I'm just kidding. I'm not putting that out there for real.
Like this next guy might, but most of his victims were unfortunately African American women who would go missing in their areas without much controversy. So they were either sex workers, they were women who were living on the streets, or just who didn't have a lot of family in the area. And this guy is Walter E. Ellis, also known as the Milwaukee North Side Strangler. So he would attack women. He would murder them by strangulation. And unfortunately, because of the demographic and the under-policing in the area, a lot of them labeled as a DNI, which is if you've seen the tag before, that is do not investigate crimes, which is a horrific term, but apparently it's not for major cities alone. It's pretty much across the U.S. where there are just certain places that are undermanned, and it's so prevalent that they literally have these cases are not going to be looked into too much because they're not going to get enough attention either way.
Right. And especially because they're Black women. Nobody. That's really, when little white girls go missing, they're all over the news, but little Black girls, they go missing every day, and there's hardly any news coverage on that. So that's really fucked up. So
it's sad, but that's absolutely true though. It's shockingly true. Because you'd figure children in general you'd want to take care of, but it does not seem to go that way. As for Ellis, though, or excuse me, Walter Ellis, he also is a transplant to the Milwaukee area. originally being born in Holmes County, Mississippi. In the 60s, he moved there and began his crime sprees from the 80s until the 2000s. Specifically, the first murder they can connect him with was October 86, until April 27th of 2007. Those are the provable. And from what it looks like, it is 8 to over 10 with 7 convictions. So as far as they know, 10 seems to be the ceiling, but that's not definitive. Unfortunately, they had to go back and apprehend him in 2009 because of some DNA testing, which is a great thing. But because of that, and because it was an independent study not done through the police, like families were investigating still, so the police had something to go on because of that. The police didn't save as much information as they should have, so they couldn't really look into other similar cases in the area that could have been. They just didn't have the connecting ties. Unfortunately, that might be where it stops as well, because Walter Ellis passed away in 2000. No. He passed. Oh, shoot. Yes. December 1st, 2013, at the age of 53, in a prison in I don't know how to pronounce that properly. It's in South Dakota, Sequoia Falls, South Dakota. So they moved him out of there once he was convicted and whatnot, at least out of Wisconsin. This might be a topic for a full episode, but it's unfortunately, just because of his crimes and the fact that he wasn't caught for a few years after his crime spree ended, there's not a whole lot on him. If I can find like a true crime book, I'll definitely go over it and see if there's more, so we can maybe give it the full hour attention. And maybe talk about some of the victims. Oh, excuse me.
Oh yeah. So this next guy isn't a serial killer, but he killed 5 people, and this happened quite recently. I don't know if you guys remember, but this was all over the news, or at least all over TikTok. Daryl E. Brooks ran his SUV into a parade of people, injuring over 40 and killing 5, including a couple kids, or a kid. But yeah, this guy, oh my God, the footage of his trial, it was so crazy to watch, because he was representing himself, which he is such a narcissist. He thought he could represent himself. He was trying to get a mistrial, but this sweet angel of a judge would not let that happen. She was like giving him more time than he needed to talk about stuff, to question witnesses. He was trying to get them to mess up so that he could get out of it. But, he's in prison now, but yeah, that poor judge. If you guys get a chance, go and fucking watch some of this shit. You see this guy, and he's asking witnesses, like, how do you know that it was me? And he goes, because I can see you. Like, I'm looking at you right with my eyes. So, like, just asking questions like that. So crazy.
In fact, right here, I found I'm trying to look for a more condensed version, because they were good enough out there to post the entire thing. There's a 9-hour segment, another day 2, a 6-hour. But here's a 2-minute one that I want to. This is it's just a sentencing right here. I want to show people that this dude got what was coming to him, hopefully. Because sometimes the sentences aren't so great.
Yeah, well, he's in prison, which is good. I think the judge ended up running for like Supreme Court or something.
Oh wow, that's great. That's
yeah,
nice.
Look at his eyes. Oh my God. And he got with his kid's mother when she was a teenager. So he was like trafficking her and stuff. So like, this guy is just, look at his eyes, so evil.
It offends me that you're sitting here breathing while she is not. You are a monster. The sons of parade victim Leanna Owen were among those who called out Darrell Brooks for rolling his eyes and slapping his chest during their emotional statements in court.
I think it would be fair to say that for your crimes, even God hates you.
And Mr. Brooks, I hope as I read my statement, you continue to roll your eyes. I hope you continue to laugh and just show how bored and unmoved you are by all of this, because I think that's important. It's important for the world to see that evil can be a tangible, living, breathing thing. Yeah, shake your head. Shake your head. You know, because that is what you took from me. And there's nothing this court can do that would provide justice in my eyes. So all I ask is that you rot, and you rot slow.
That's when Brooks motioned a slow clap. Sherry Sparks, the mother of the youngest victim, 8-year-old Jackson Sparks, was one of the first to speak. She was not shown on camera because she was joined by her other son, who was injured in the parade and is still dealing with the mental, emotional, and physical trauma from it.
I miss Jackson every second of every single day. I feel gutted and broken. It hurts to breathe sometimes. It hurts to live without him here. I wish I would have known then that the hug he gave me before I went to sit down was the last hug I would ever get from him. I would have held on to him a lot longer.
Some of the prosecution could...
So clearly Miguel picked the wrong video, because that's not the one I was thinking of.
That one got me, bro. Oh.
That was, yeah. Oh god, that was deep. But as you can see, if you guys want to check it out, obviously we're not going to watch a 9-hour video right now. Yeah. But
see, the crazy thing is he tried to also say his name differently to try to say that wasn't him. And he shaved his head and took off his glasses before all of this too. So he would be less recognizable. So
yeah, he had dreadlocks, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before the entire thing. It's just it's unbelievable. It really is. I want to come on, we gotta build up. And this should have been maybe it's in the beginning of the video. I'm just going to start from the beginning, I guess.
For Benita Garcia and her family, an annual holiday tradition turned into a day of shock and sadness, almost transfixed.
Again,
relevant because you didn't want to.
I love that judge
transfixed
too.
By the chaotic courtroom scenes as they played out in real time on camera.
Again,
relevant because you didn't want to.
I'm going to step off and give Mr. Brooks 5 minutes to cool off. And when that happens, I'm bringing the jury out.
I'm not angry at all.
Brooks's courtroom demeanor and defense of himself going viral.
I don't understand, and I'm not aware, so why are you asking me questions?
Claiming U.S. laws didn't apply to him.
Why? Listen to all this political stuff y'all got going on?
Mr. Brooks, I'm more concerned about...
Stay seated.
No regard for anyone but himself.
Seriously.
5-year-old daughter.
So, yeah, I mean, I wish him dead, but, you know, prison for life is good, I guess. Oh, and I'm sure once they heard what he fucking did, too, they're not giving him a good time. And he put himself, basically put himself on the news. It's like, dude, everybody in prison is going to know what you did.
I'm very happy for that.
Establish my sovereign citizenship.
Brooks said he would act as his own legal counsel, announcing he believes in the unfounded conspiracy theory that he is a sovereign citizen.
The sovereign citizen movement is an anti-government extremist movement. It believes that long ago, starting in the 1800s,
experts say claiming
a dozen or more interruptions will be off the record while we do that. Thank you, everyone.
I don't agree to a stop, or I'll move for a motion to dismiss.
One of the Oklahoma City bombers, Terry Nichols, also claimed to be a sovereign
Motion
citizen.
of dismissal.
This guy is just an idiot.
Crazy.
Okay, let's see if we get the...
Guilty on all 70.
Guilty of first degree.
The jury finally came to a decision. It took 28 minutes to read all the verdicts.
Guilty of first degree, recklessly endangering safety.
Guilty on all 76 counts.
76, dude.
The families of those who were lost publicly expressing the trauma he caused.
There's nothing this court can do that would provide justice in my eyes. So all I ask is that you rot, and you rot slow.
Brooks's family pleading for him to get mental health help.
Mental illness caused them to do the unthinkable. They must be punished. Yes, I agree. There should be some accountability for their actions. But we
She
also
is the
must
reason for all of this.
No.
I think that's his
But
mom.
even in the waning hours of the trial, Brooks continued to cause chaos, speaking for nearly 2 hours. And then as the judge was reading her statement,
You need to stop
None of
right
them.
now or you will be removed.
Remove me then.
All right, he will be removed. He cannot simply stay
I don't
quiet when
consent
this
to being
court talks.
sentenced anyway. I don't consent to this, just like I told you.
but after it all,
Can't hear any more of this guy. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That lady is very patient, more
Yeah.
than he deserves. Oh my
Because
gosh.
she didn't want to risk him getting away with it and having a mistrial.
That's got to be such a hard thing to hold together.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
goodness.
Dude, I know. And she had to be as firm, but, you know, just the way he was insulting everyone, too. It was just awful. But, yeah. So I think of him, too, when I think of Milwaukee now.
That's just a rough one. That is,
Yeah.
And you know which one I don't think of, but apparently is part of it? Ed Gein. I didn't realize Ed Gein was he from Wisconsin?
Yes. No, yeah, from Wisconsin. He moved to just different parts of Wisconsin, I think.
Okay, I don't know. I think it's because of the movies. I think I always just picture Texas and Ed Gein.
Maybe. Am I wrong?
Because
I'm often wrong.
I just think Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because a lot of what he did was used in those movies.
Right.
So yeah,
No,
because
he was from, let's see, Lacrosse.
Lacrosse. All right. Oh my goodness. But again, what was I gonna say? They call him a serial killer, though. I don't know if he killed that many people. I think a lot of it was grave robbing.
Yeah. I think he killed his brother, for sure.
Oh, when they were younger, right?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
supposedly, he reported his brother missing. But then when the cops showed up, he showed them exactly where his burned body was. And he had, like, a head injury. Yeah, suspicious. I think he did it. Because his brother would criticize him and his mom for having a weird relationship.
I remember that part definitely. But all right, Richard, that's a good one. Wisconsin Chainsaw Massacre does not have the same ring to it.
No.
Texas and chainsaws just go together like, I don't know, Amityville and horror. I don't know. But yeah, as far as he goes, I think because the other lady was talking about, I believe that was his mother talking about, mental health issues. He was not. I don't think. What's his name? What's the dude's full name for the parade accident?
Daryl
parade
Brooks.
attack. Daryl Brooks. I don't
Yeah.
think he was mentally unfit to know what he was doing. He absolutely knew what he was doing.
Oh, yeah. He was just in a rage.
Yeah. On the other hand, though, Ed Gein had problems from the very beginning. An absolutely low IQ, like one of the lowest out of the serial killers. Definitely some childhood trauma. His mom was weird. Like it's not like that was a wrong statement. She was very controlling, overly like zealous, zealot religious woman.
Yeah, fucking weird.
Again, I have no problem with anyone being religious, but then when it gets to the point where you're like punishing your kids for normal stuff,
Yeah,
with
like
physical punishment, like
pulling your kids' pants down and spanking them. I don't care if people get mad. I think that's sexual abuse.
no, I don't. Yeah, I don't see the purpose to that.
That's weird. But that's kind of the shit that I'm sure she would do. His dad was an alcoholic. She was zealous, and she would physically punish them too.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah, she was weird. But
If you can't spank your child through genes, then you don't deserve to spank your child. You're not strong enough. Yeah. if you hit them and they laugh it off because it's the jeans are still on, then you know what? You have to figure out a new way to punish them because you suck. All right, there you go. That is my take on child punishment. Boom. That's the only rule I have. Worship as you will, just don't punch people for worshiping differently. That's a T-shirt right there. That's a bumper sticker on the back of your Volkswagen Beetles out there. Instead of coexist, it's don't punch other religions or something. I guess that'd be a good one. And Wisconsin, as far as I know, it's I'm gonna look at the breakdown for this. I'm gonna look at all of Wisconsin, not just Milwaukee, Wisconsin population stats.
Okay. There is one more guy. He wasn't a serial killer, but he did get put in prison for murder and sexual assault. So Stephen Avery, they made that documentary about him making a murderer.
Oh, yes.
In 1985, he was wrongfully convicted for a sexual assault and an attempted murder. And he went to prison, but 18 years later, he got out. It was supposed to be a 32-year sentence, but he was wrongfully convicted, so they had to let him go. But 2 years later, he killed and sexually assaulted a woman. And so he went right back to prison. Yeah. And his cousin or brother, or no, I think his cousin or somebody admitted to helping him. So they were both arrested.
Kind of deserves it then if you're going to admit to helping out there. What?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
He tried to say he was coerced, but he knew what he was doing.
That happens so often too, especially when you find those accomplices like, oh no, it was all their idea. And it's either like they had some kind of hold on them or they were so scared for their own safety they had to help. And it's like, no, you did not. I don't believe. I haven't believed a single one of those stories where it's like, oh, you were an accomplice to this, but you had to do it. There's no other option on the entire planet other than you hack up like 7 people or something. No, that had to have been the case. Ugh. There's too many of that. There's too many of them like trying to weasel their way out with those little technicalities.
Crazy.
Now, as far as Wisconsin goes, estimated population right now is almost 6 million, with the majority of them being. Let me see this right here. Wait, why is it? Why do they have female but no male population? What is that? It's 49.9% female population. So I guess male population is 0.1% larger in the area. Okay, so those numbers stack pretty like right down the middle. But here's the thing: white alone is 86.6%, and I don't mean to stereotype white people.
But you do.
Yeah, y'all.
I'm ready. I can handle it. I'm only half white.
Y'all commit a lot of the serial killing, all right?
Yeah.
It's very heavy in that. I'm not saying like Richard Ramirez isn't real or the last guy I just talked about, the other serial killer.
Or the Sam, what's his name?
Oh gosh, but not Son of Sam.
Black man.
Oh gosh, yeah.
What was his name? Sam something.
Yeah, we'll go into him again too soon. But like the last guy was just Walter Ellis. He was African American, and there's plenty of other killers of different colors, but the highest majority seem to be white dudes in their mid to it's like late 30s, early 40s, midlife crisis situation coming through. A high percentage of them have other issues that they've already done, usually involving kleptomania and oh my goodness, it's not called arson. You know what I'm talking about. What's the proper word for it? Pyromania, wanting to set fires and stuff, and animal mutilation. These are all kind of boxes you check. It doesn't have to hit all of them or any of them, but it just seems like those are overwhelmingly connecting factors.
It's so wild. I think it's I don't know. Maybe all the years of inbreeding.
It could be, yeah.
Well,
The
we're not
population,
allowed to, we're not allowed to conquer anything anymore.
that's actually been part of the theory of why there's crime and like violent crime in modern society. Lorenzo, how you doing, brother?
Yeah.
We used to, like you would need, I think it was a Jordan Peterson like theory or something. Like you need a psychopath in your village to help fight another psychopath. You need that one guy who is going to be willing to do all the violence necessary to protect everybody else.
Mhm.
And the same with like you see the higher number of psychopaths in high ranking jobs, like CEOs, heads of companies, presidents. And it's not because they're all murderers. It's just because that's how their brain works. And a lot of them won't even consider murder, not because of a moral reason or ethical reason, but because it doesn't benefit them. It's like, am I really going to kill this dude who cut me off? Well, no, it won't benefit me. So I'm just going to ruin his life if I've ever seen him again. That'll be good enough. That's fine. Am I really going to kill my wife because I don't want to be married? No, I'll divorce her and not give her anything and let her, rot away, whatever she does. That's enough. And
I'll
then
marry
there are
a 25-year-old and
one that doesn't know how to
house.
read, and won't ever want to leave the house because I got her a pool and a dog, so she's just gonna sit over there in the corner. Get her a nanny or something. But then there are those who do find the benefit, like, hey, I killed such and such person, I stole their identity, so I'm collecting money, like the God, what is his full name? And Leonard something.
Oh fuck, I don't know. But I know there was an old lady landlord who used to do that to her tenants.
She
would kill them for their social security checks and I think their insurance money.
I mean, if you can do it, it's a smart racket. It's going to pay off for a little bit. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, do not recommend murder.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the serial killers, though, women tend to do their crimes for more of those beneficiary reasons. Insurance payouts, inheritance, husbands' pensions and whatnot, children's insurance on their own kids, anything like that. They have a much better time, and for some reason, an easier time collecting than, say, if a gentleman's family went missing. It raises more red flags. I just think that's societal, but
yeah. Well, because women typically aren't viewed. I mean, we're not doing most of the murdering, No,
it is not. It is that's very much a dude thing to do. In fact, that's another stat we got to check on one of these times. What is the actual number, like stack to stack? I'm sure it's not as far apart as I would expect, but I bet it is. There's a good gap. So if I type this in, let's see, statistics homicide. There we go. Oh, this is a lot. Never mind. This is going to take hours to sort through. All homicides. It is a 7.8 out of 100,000 here in the U.S. Of a mortality rate. So that's pretty high. I know it's not the highest, but that's still pretty dang bad. Tens, murder, injuries, accidents, trends for homicide and health. Oof, yeah, that's going to be a horse.
How many actually prove our accidents too?
Right. This is I'm gonna need a full day to look through this article. It is a lot. Yeah, oh my goodness, because they break it down into different subsections. Okay, maybe this leading causes of death and number of deaths by age, U.S. 1980 to 2019. Oh gosh. All right. Nope, this text is super small. Oh gosh. Let's see, 2019, all causes 20,921. Congenital malformations, deformations, and chromosomal abnormalities 4,300. Okay, so this is like what? This is just leading causes of death in general. Okay, never mind. They've tricked me. I apologize. This is everything. This isn't what I was expecting, but it is interesting. I will say that much.
I don't think the ones from 2019 and to now are going to be that accurate because of when they were lying to us about who was dying from COVID and who wasn't.
That unfortunately is very true because in 2020, if you died like from if you
a
died,
motorcycle accident, someone put COVID.
it's COVID. Yeah, you were shot in a home robbery. It was COVID.
Right.
It was COVID bullets.
Yeah.
That was
the bullet was straight into my lungs.
Straight to the COVID. Yeah, it blew up into COVID spores. I know he's not everyone's favorite, but if you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast, he does bring up a lot of really good points about some of the manipulations they did, and some of the
incentives.
Yeah, and what they did to him, like when they put his picture in I want to say
how they tinted his skin color to make it look like
he's dying, like he's so sick.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm fine. I'm doing my show right now. I'm fine. Guys, I feel great. I went to the gym. I ate some elk meat.
crazy. Like he should be able to sue somebody for doing that shit.
I bet you that because of how much they went against him, he made more money than he wowould possibly get by suing them. Like he made so much more. The channel grew, like his podcast grew like 2 million subscribers or something. More guests, more endorsement deals. He's fine. I think it would just be a headache for him to have to sue anybody.
Yeah, it's the principle though. You shouldn't be able to let people get away with that kind of shit.
I agree. They should. If he did sue, like I want them to have a full apology where everyone has to be able to see it, and they have to say 5 nice things about me
on air. Like, he has to approve it.
Yeah, that would be beautiful. That would be a good day right there. He's opening a new comedy club in Austin area where comedians.
Yeah,
can
it's
say whatever
open
they want.
now. I want to go so bad. The Mothership.
Yeah, apparently it's awesome. I can.
Comedy Mothership. I want to go so bad.
Maybe there's some pictures on the internet I can put up.
On Instagram, he had like a clip of it, just kind of going through, showing all the rooms and stuff. It's neat.
Here's the outside at least, if I can find a larger picture, because it is a historic building that he had renovated for this particular project.
Yeah, apparently he can't take that sign down. He has to leave it up. That one outside? Yeah.
Yep. I am cool with that because it actually is a really cool sign. And again, I'm not like a big Joe Rogan fan as far as like a stand-up goes, and I don't really listen to his I never listen to any of the UFC podcasts he does. It's not for me.
I don't like the UFC stuff. I do like his stand-up.
I never got into it. It wasn't for me. I'm like, it's okay, but there's other stand-ups I like way better, and he's friends with them.
Because I don't know. I like it because he's a big fucking stoner, and he thinks about just weird stuff. He just gets high and writes. So that's why I think I like him.
That is very true. Oh shoot, what did I do? Okay, this is coming off the screen because I messed it up. And there we go. But so we went from Milwaukee to Austin, but that's a good tangent right there. I want to go.
Oh, you're gonna be in Texas soon anyway.
Yep, next week. I am looking forward to it, but I'm sad that I won't see you there. I wanted us all to go.
I know. But, we're getting that much closer to getting the house because Joey switched to nights because of the burn on his face. So he's taking medication and he has to stay out of the sun pretty much. So during summer, he's going to be working nights, which is pretty cool. And he's in a higher up position and you make like double working nights.
Oh, that's great. That's
so
awesome.
we're gonna own this place in no time.
I love it. I love that. There might be a serial killer in the Austin area. Is that right now, or is that like that's already happened? I'm typing that in now, Richard. Serial killer in Austin, Texas. Look up most local news. 6 days ago, Austin serial killer rumors rage on as institutional trust decays. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think that might have to come into the topic reel. Holy crap. As far as Milwaukee goes, though, I've got no more Milwaukeeans to talk about.
Yeah, I don't either. A lot of it was just, the daily kind of news that you hear, like people shooting at each other and all that stuff, but like not any active serial killers as far as we know. But you never know. Milwaukee's crazy.
That is true. I have seen that it ranks very high, like a top 20 list of most dangerous cities in the U.S. quite often. But in its defense, Bakersfield is also on that list 9 times out of 10. So.
We probably have the most DUIs.
Well, I think we do. We absolutely do. I think we have ranked among the U.S. the worst city as far as driving goes.
Oh, yeah. I hate driving around this fucking place.
Worst drivers in the U.S. I believe it is. New study shows Colorado does not have the worst drivers. That's their first article that pops up. Not Colorado. So what is?
They're like, don't add us to your little search.
Okay, the worst are sorry, Richard. It's Texas is number 1 for the worst drivers as far as states.
Well, you've seen their fucking highways, of course.
What do you call it? Don't blame the highways. But yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I'd be too scared to drive in Texas. Let the fucking Ubers take me where I need to go because they fucking know where the hell they're going.
I think that's fair. That is very fair. 2021. Let's see. Which California? No, not California. Worst cities. Okay, I gotta find this list because I know we're somewhere on there. Last thing.
I know we're on the top 10 for meth.
Yes, we have not fallen too far on that one. So, Oakland, California is number 4 for worst, or sorry, number 10. And then, come on, Los Angeles, number 5, Glendale, number 4, and finally, Baltimore, Maryland is the very least safe drivers in the U.S. So we're not even on that. Okay, someone lied to me. Oh, wash my hands. So, yep, that's all I got for tonight. I think we'll touch bases again next week. It'll be a little quicker on my end. I will show you guys wherever I'm at on Thursday because I have no idea what the people have planned. I'll just be going wherever Frankie decides pretty much. I'm cool with that.
Okay. Yeah, he's usually kind of in charge of that shit. When we go, he's like, all right, we're going here. We're doing this. I'm doing this. You guys do whatever fuck you want, but
totally fine with that. Yeah. Makes it
I'm fine
easy.
with that too. I like someone telling me what to do, like in a new place.
Heck yeah. No responsibilities. Yes. All right, folks. We will talk to you later. Y'all have a great rest of your Thursday, and we will see you soon.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.